Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in Ranked Platinum Standard we're playing Naya Overlords. This deck took me a little while to settle in on and decide where I wanted to go with it, because for a long time I was refusing to play Calix. Because this card takes so much setup. The payoff is huge. The payoff is if you can deal damage, you can copy one of your Overlords, it comes in on the creature side as a massive creature, and you get the enter the battlefield effect and does all the things. The payoff is for sure huge, but the setup cost is also pretty huge. You tap out on turn 3, you get a 2/2, it doesn't have the token yet, it goes on the stack, so it can be picked off by Torch the Tower, or Cut Down, or Disfigure. You know, it's a very small creature to start. Then the token hits, it's a 3/3, the +1 counter hits, that's not so bad, it's still vulnerable. You gotta pass to your opponent's turn, they can't kill it, they pass back to you, you hope they don't kill it, they might have mana open, you hope they don't kill it, then you gotta attack. If they only have one blocker, I don't think that's so unreasonable. We got a lot of removal. We got 4 Leyline Bindings. We got 4 Get Lost. We can even ping it with the Overlord, which would be a great Calix copy. So it's not crazy if they have one blocker. Then you're starting to do the thing. If they have 2 blockers, you're probably not going to pick off both. And then you're not doing a whole lot with Calix. And then I found that opponent's decks kind of slip away. So I really didn't want to play it. But the issue is, I felt like I really needed more card draw. I think this is kind of an important takeaway from the meta right now. Like we've talked, or I have talked a lot about mono red and dealing with mono red and that kind of part of the meta. But as I was discussing yesterday in the Demir video, it's not enough to go 1-for-1 with the opponent. If all you're doing is going 1-for-1 and answering your threats, you end up falling behind because the card draw is too good. I found in a lot of the games today, first off, if you have Beanstalk and your opening hand and you play it on turn 2 and it sticks, you basically win the game. Because the card draw off the Overlord, it doesn't even matter what you play, just play anything, and you'll draw enough cards and eventually overwhelm the opponent. Like all the Overlords and Sunfall and the Planeswalkers, whatever, Herd Migration, you basically just win the game. But if your opponent has up the Beanstalk and you don't, it hurts a lot more. Then you're on the defensive immediately. You know, then I found myself, all right, I just have to Binding or Get Lost up the Beanstalk as fast as possible, and they've already drawn at least 1 card off it, so I'm starting on the back foot. And that's tough. And the thing is, ignoring Calix for a second, all the other decks in the mid-range control, sphere have closer to 8 card draw engines. So either up the Beanstalk and 4 Atraxes, which is a draw 7, or it's the white token deck and they've got 4 Caretaker's Talent and 4 Enduring Innocences. Or, I forget what other decks are there. Or the Teamer deck I played yesterday has 4 up the Beanstalk, and then 4 of the blue Overlord, and then 4 3 Steps Ahead, which is Draw Engine, and the Azorius Oculus deck also has tons of card filtering, so it's really just not enough to go 1-for-1. You have to be getting ahead. And so I was trying to not play Calix, and I wanted to find a replacement card that could get me ahead. I was trying out the Warcrafting, Neri's Warcrafting, because you can deal some damage and exile some cards and get some value off of that. I tried Lockdown, but I'm kind of off this card because mono red you just need single target removal. That doesn't destroy ideally, or exiles is fantastic. Ideally doesn't have to deal with the toughness, and you don't need to sweep that many boards. Nobody's playing rabbits. This card isn't amazing. It's not even that good right now, I think. Nor the Third Path is an acceptable card because there are lots of enchantments to hit, but unless you're playing tokens in Naya, there really isn't anything. So ultimately, I came back to Calix because I do now agree. I think it is the best and only thing you can really be doing in this type of deck, and you just have to do it. And the payoff is massive if you land it, and if you don't, look, you tried, and I just don't think there's anything better. I was looking for a wedding announcement, but there's really no other draw engine you can fit in this deck, so Calix it is. And when it's good, it's very good. The other thing I'll say that's important is trying to dodge Sunfall. A lot of decks have Sunfall. All the token decks have Sunfall. All the Atraxa decks have Sunfall. Basically, all the mid-range decks have Sunfall. And so I wanted a little bit of some Planeswalker threats in here, something that I could play around that. The Overlords do an okay job, because you play them on the enchantment, side, and they sit under Sunfall for a bit, and I do like that a lot, but enough of the crud kind of just sits on the battlefield and gets swept up. So I like the Eternal Wander as a replacement to one of the copies of Sunfall, and then I also ended up adding 1 copy of Nissa, not just for the Planeswalker Avoid Sweeper reason, but also I really wanted a little bit of extension that could end the game quickly. I even thought about something like Callous Sellsword for a fling effect, but we're not quite, we don't have the Beanstalk Giant from Throne of Eldraine that could be an 11. You could hit with that and fling it, and that was pretty good, but the creatures aren't quite big enough to justify a fling, I don't think. I even thought about throwing a Shivon Devastator in here, because at the end of the day, you do have a lot of land with the Overlord. You can have 10, 11 lands. You could come in with a haste 10/10 flyer out of nowhere and end things. But ultimately, I settled on Nissa. I think just the -7 to give everything trample and likely a good amount of +1, maybe +3 to +5 power and toughness just off the Overlords adding a bunch of forest to the battlefield is a good way to push that last bit of damage. And I think it kind of does all the things. The ability to destroy artifacts and enchantments is very good right now. Destroying your opponent's binding and getting back a key card is huge. Destroying the black lock in the mono black lock demon deck is very good. In the base case, it's just hitting the +1 and getting a big creature. Maybe they pick off Nissa with Get Lost or Binding. You're still left over with a creature, so I think it's very good. I played around with the quantities. I think maybe 1 is just fine, mostly for that -7 trample to end games quickly, but that's where I'm at. I think you have to play Calix, because I think there's nothing better. I think you will feel the heat. When you don't have Beanstalk and your opponent does have a draw engine, you're going to feel that game, and you're going to wish you did. But ultimately, like, it's very grindy, very mid-rangey. It's got a ton of value, and yeah, it's fun, but if you don't have Beanstalk, buckle up. That's all I have to say. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. Well, the play looks great. We keep this. We don't have white yet for Get Lost, actually. It's not as great as I thought. Oh, no, we got a forest down. Now we'll do the forest next turn. Mono whites. Get Lost is ready to go. All 3 of them. Carrot Cake. Need Get Lost for the token creator. We can slam our Overlord here. Don't think we pick off Carrot Cake. Alright. Avatar Horror. Boom. On the battlefield. Ramping up. Destroy an enchantment. You got it. But no more land. Okay, down to 19. We don't hit land either. This comes in tapped, yeah? Tapped, yeah. I guess we could herd migrate. As long as we have double green, which we do. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't have any red yet, do we? We have the other colors for the most part. Yes, it's fine. Alright, Haunted Woods Part 2. Ramp to a big Nissa. Can also pick off enchantments. But we can probably just plus for a while. We'll see how they play it here. Do they have the big draw engine? That's a 19. No. Okay, I think we slam this and just plus. You can be horror. You can be full price. Alright. It's an 8/8. Easily removed, but she's got a lot of loyalty. Get Lost. Okay. Sure. See if they remove for the 8/8 as well. Take the scry. One top. Probably removal for the 8/8. Okay, token gone. I prefer not to burn Get Lost yet. There are very certain cards we really need. This is an okay start. Let's begin. Surveil. Sure, it's good. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we need to Get Lost anything. I wonder if they start drawing off Lauren. I think we continue to take it for a little while. We need to Get Lost for the enchantment draw engine. Sack a token, draw a card. Take 3. That's a 12. That's it? Okay. We can full price this. It's not awful. I guess they probably have more removal lined up. We'd have more mana if we don't full price it. Let's just do it for 4. See what else we can cast this turn. Sunfall. Relevant in general. Zap Lauren. Okay. Still holding on here a bit. Flip the next creature. Make a fish. Alright, you got it. It's a fish. Okay, we can replay that, no problem. It's actually not so bad. Taking 2 per turn. I'm still holding on to these get lost. This could be a Sunfall turn. I guess there are not too many creatures. Oh, it's a great Sunfall turn. We can't get under their creature count, really, so I guess they get the draw as well. But that's okay. This is a good Sunfall turn for us. Let's see if they play out any more creatures. They gotta be wondering what's in our hand. Or they must know that we just have removal. Alright, my move. Beautiful Sunfall turn. Get the trigger of the Beanstalk. Could level it up and use a map token. We can also just get the next Overlord going, keep drawing. It's fine with me. Surveil, yeah, it's good. So we have 41 cards left. So not worried about decking just yet. Beza part 2. Draw again. Good for you. How much removal? We've seen 2 soul partitions and 1 get lost. I mean, there's a lot to go through for sure. So I guess we get lost the Beza. How expensive is this? Is this full 7? It's not a bad turn to do this, because we kind of know what else we're doing here. Let's try this. Oh, we can still, oh, we can do it either way. All right. So if we do it for 5, we still have 5 left. Yeah, let's do it for 5. Hold on. Uh-oh. Is the game freaking out? Oh, we're stuck in the browser. My bad. Okay. All right, let's do this. See if we can hit untap land. We get 5 left. We can get lost and also... Nope, Surveil land. So it's just to get lost then, and maybe power up the 3/3, which we can do now if we're going to do it. Zap you. It's 3/3. We can also spend a map token. More land, take the Surveil land. Leave it on top. Potentially kind of an evasive threat if they don't immediately have the next whatever it's called. Either way, we'll get like an 8/8 or whatever out of it. It's not bad. Beza again. Legendary Elk. Well, we can just zap that with Get Lost. Take the draw here first. Full price is fine with me. It's big boy. Herd Migration. Good win con. That's nice. Okay. We're probably going to plus you. I'll start with another Get Lost. I just want to see what we draw first. Attack for 3. At some point we have a lot of force. We need to look at the minus Nissa Ultimate. Calculate if we can find lethal. So we've got 3 mana open. And I guess that's it for this turn. So we'll map token again here. Both Surveil lands. Lockdown, don't think we need, right? I mean, we take all their map and treasure, but we like our Beanstalk so far. We still got 36 cards left. We can potentially give everything trample off Nissa. I don't think we need that. It's not awful, but we're about to play that Herd Migration too. Okay, let's plus. 8/8's not so bad. I just don't think we need that, right? Especially if we can give everything trample and overrun, you know? Let's see if it's a Sunfall turn. But if it is, we're still left over with a Nissa. They make a fish. Okay. They sack a fish. They make another fish. Okay. We should have a lot of forests, right? We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 9 forests? Maybe 8? I mean, it's going to be a ton of trample. You go down, you're exiled, that's okay. They only have 2 cards left in hand. We could go for the Nissa ult here. Evangelist, sure. They only have one card left. What do you think? I think I'm kind of down for it. Let's see if we see that last card. Oh, they have an answer. They're looking at it. This ult's going to be big. It's going to be +8 and trample. I feel like that's game. Unless they can respond here. If you really want to use mana, we could use Get Lost. I don't think it matters, though. Yeah, they scoop. Yeah, so we have -7 here. +1/+1 for each forest. It's +8 and triple. Swing for lethal. I think Nissa is a really good answer to this format right now. I'm excited to try it out more. On the draw with a little bit of removal. I think we keep this. Dimir. Spooky. Well, we really want to land up the beanstalk. Truly Dimir. It's green and white early. Untap land, I don't think we really need. We kind of have all the pieces to do what we want. We can Cavern our Souls, up the beanstalk, and still have mana for everything. Yeah. Alright, I'm really hoping they don't have the counter spell for up the beanstalk. Because if we get that under, it's a huge plus for us. Oh god, I mean, I think we have to go for it, but, I mean, it's not the end of the game with the counter, it's just so big if they don't. So we'll see if they have turn 2 counter. They do have it. We might be playing poison, Dimir poison. That's not so bad. Yeah, they're playing Dimir poison. But they do tap out, which is huge. So we get to resolve and up the beanstalk here. We're pretty happy with our hand. Okay, I don't know how relevant that is against poison. Herd Migration, not what we want right now. We're going to Overlord next turn, and then we're still pretty far away from the Herd Migration. So I think that one can go. Let's see if they give us a creature. Nope, they are going to proliferate on us. So we need to put on some pressure here. Normally this deck kind of sits back and takes its time, but we do have a clock on us. Serum Snare, return it to the hand. Okay. Up to 3 poison. Technically we don't need more cards. So, we could slam the boiler here, just to get damage ticking. I mean, I guess that's the most important thing we could possibly be doing. We need to end the game faster than normal. Set face. Not sure if they'll have any permanence, really, for any of our removal. What does that do? An opponent has 3 more poison counters. Draw 2. Okay. 2-0. Hold the counters. We want to resolve the next beanstalk. Let's see what their counter spell does. Unless they pay 2. Yeah, we'll just try the up the beanstalk here. See how that goes first. See if they double counter spell it. Nope, let it resolve. That's good. Lockdown, not helpful. Ton of removal, but not the matchup for it. We'll get another Surveil land down. I mean, it does draw cards. I'm feeling very dicey about this game. It's a weird matchup for us. Bounce it again? Sure. Proliferate again? They've already played that second one. Okay. Another poison counter. This deck has got to just get rolled by every mono red player, but they're bringing it to us. We don't have enough green to do both, sadly. Another Surveil land. And this, it's not going to resolve, but it is a threat, so we have to keep it. We don't have the next green, though. We might binding our own beanstalk, just draw faster. It's a really bad place to be. At least they're down to 12. Like, technically, it's kind of even. If they're going to do this anyway, we binding it, we get an extra card draw here. I mean, we kind of need double green fast. We have no targets for binding. Let's just get the card draw. Okay. Sunfall's not doing it. I don't know about anything else. I mean, Sunfall could draw us cards. But we have 2. We can't possibly need 2. And ideally, we top deck a green source. Being drawn to the Ichor, no targets yet. But they could target the Overlord soon. It's a green source. That's freaking huge. Probably does not get under the counterspell. Does that mean we have to Beanstalk first this turn? I mean, we could pay life actually, which probably we do here instead. We have 2 open for the counter. They need a harder counter now. Resolves. I think we take the plus. Creature or Planeswalker. Can't stop that. We do have a 4/4 on the board. -1/-1 proliferate. We could kill it in response. I mean, we're at 7. And they're at 12? Okay. Counterspell, kill our own creature, still at 7 poison. We'll flip the boiler at least soon. Another get lost. I guess it's Beanstalk time. Another boiler would be huge. More land. We could Sunfall just for the draw, but we might as well Beanstalk for the draw, I guess. Herd Migration is a win con for next turn. Okay. See if we live that long. Nissa was good last time. We'll take it again. Alright, flip the Overlord. 7 poison. Do nothing. Can we get out of this? It's removal. Don't think Get Losting it helps really this time. They've run out of gas though. We might get there. So Herd Migration is for 7. So this land does get us under. So I think we go for it. We draw twice no matter what, and we have 2 open for the counterspell. We only get 3 of these things. But with Nissa, it's game next turn. So we end here. I don't think we need Get Lost. Unless we could save it for the same reason. In case they have a target to give us poison, I would pick it off again. Keep us out of lethal range. That's fine. We can pick that off. Nissa resolves. It is lethal. So we can do the same thing here. We can pick it off. It's going to die anyway. We're going to have Trample next turn. Now, we don't have that many forests, actually. So Trample's not quite as impressive as I was thinking. We just have, what, 2 forests? It's not bad. If we play the Overlord, we actually get an extra forest. Okay, draw. I think we go for Nissa here. I kind of think we've won at this point. They really fizzled out a bit. I kind of feel like they're out of counterspells too. Draw. So this will just be +3/+3. So it won't be lethal. Right. 1, 2, 3. So it'd be 1 short. So I guess we can plus here instead. It's not lethal anyway. I guess it would force them to block. Unless they have 1 more removal spell. I think I'd rather make the blocker here. I think we're basically going to win this game. We're at 7 poison. They have 1 card in hand. Let's just make the blocker. Scoop. Okay, I mean, that was very scary. This is really not a good matchup for us. And they just ran out of gas eventually. I mean, this deck, their opponent's deck can't really win that often, I imagine. On the draw, it's okay. It's perhaps a little slow. It's blue. No, it's forest. It's a blue-colored forest. It's a sky forest. Looking like the mirror, perhaps. Another forest. That's exciting. All right, we want white and green for the most part. And I guess we can get green here. Let's take white here. Yeah, more land seems good right now. An untapped land, I don't think it's awful. Mono green of the Beanstalk, okay. That card kind of needs to be answered. I don't know if we need to Herd Migrate. I think we'll just get this guy down. More land isn't bad. It doesn't help our binding situation. We already have some untapped lands. We might just lock down away the Beanstalk this turn. Still mono green. What does this thing do? Well, they're really ramping up. I mean, they want to cast some big stuff. I have to imagine Lockdown won't get much better. And they're probably going to hit a 5-drop this turn. So I don't hate doing Beanstalk now. Maybe like binding stuff later, maybe? We need white, though. So it has to be Mirrex here, which is okay. I think this is a fine play. I don't think Lockdown's going to get much better. And I think we prevent a single draw, maybe a lot of draws coming off this ramp deck. Alright, well. When I said it wouldn't get much better, I meant... I don't know what I meant. But it could have gotten better, I guess. It's okay. Yeah, they're doing the thing. They are doing the thing. We do have some Sunfalls. It's coming in there. Alright. Yeah, we got a game ahead of us. Beanstalk by the opponent and not by us is pretty huge. So much so that I think we have to binding it. Like, it's that good, basically. Now, if we do the Overlord, that makes it cheap. So, we want to play the Overlord here, which means we need green. Just want to do you for 4, hold up in white. For 3, rather. Hold up in white. Maybe you cast a spell. Yeah, we kind of just need to get this done now. We've got our own Beanstalk, so we'll get there eventually. But, it's just that good of a card, I think. Can't just let the opponent get away with that. What does that do? 7 mana, 6/6, trample. It or another creature power 4 or greater enters, you gain 3 life and draw a card. When it dies, if it's not a token, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's an artifact. Okay, so we just need to get rid of it before the next turn, which is no big deal. We got plenty of colors here. We can zap the other one too. So we're going to Overlord for red, and then binding the Tyrant, I suppose. More land is good. It lets us Herd Migrate, which is just fine. We'll keep it on top. And we got everything land open. So 4 here. Zap you. And yes, when another creature enters. So we will go ahead and wait till they cast something. Because it's not when the creature is cast, it's when it enters. Okay, just checking, there's no attack trigger. Okay, you'll be binding this. See if they run Tyvar's stand, that'd be ridiculous. Blow us out for +7, +6. Alright, we're in the game. We can solidly Herd Migrate. They did nothing. Are they going to flash in something for that much green? I have no idea. We name Horror. Our Avatar is fine, I guess. Alright. And yeah, we Herd Migrate. Let's do it. 5 Beastie Boys. It's not bad. I don't know what they're going to do at instant speed in green. I have no idea. Smuggler's Surprise. I am surprised. Mill 4 into your hand. 2 creatures from your hand onto the battlefield. Goodness gracious. Okay. Opponent dunking on us with mono green. I mean, we were kind of just forced to answer the Beanstalks early. We have no Beanstalks of our own. Otherwise, I'd be feeling much better about this. Oh my god. I think we're about to get dunked on by this deck. Beanstalk's just that good. Alright, who doesn't have Trample? You got Trample, you don't have Trample. You have all the things. And you have Toxic. So, we could trade off 2 of these here, which sounds pretty good. We still have 3 left. We don't really want to target this thing. Block 3, and then get lost to you, I guess. I think that's fine. Yeah, Ward 4 is a lot. Yeah, that seems fine to me. Let's do it. Take 6. And the Overlord will flip as well. Do you have a pump spell? Do you have a freaking... Does this pump too? Hexproof Indestructible. Oh my god. They're about to Smuggler Surprise us. For 2 mana? Holy shit. Alright. Well, that's game. We can Sunfall. We need the top deck of the Sunfall. It's not it. But it does give us another turn of blocking, kind of. But yeah, we do need Sunfall here, desperately. No attacks. Thank you. We do flip another blocker. But it's got to be Sunfall. We need Sunfall. We need Beanstalk. We need, like... Beanstalk into Sunfall would be the perfect kind of reload. Throw back, destroy an enchantment. Okay. Alright, yeah, we're just getting absolutely clowned. Not because their deck is better. Not because we're a bad player or we're playing bad. But just, they just are destroying us this game. I guess we don't have to scoop just yet. We can still Sunfall. But it's a long way to go to get back. Now are we dead? There's no trample here, so we can still jump there. Alright. So we're assuming we top deck Sunfall, otherwise all this is pointless. So we chump, and then we just absorb as much damage as possible. You somehow have 2 damage on you. You can go here. And then if we really want to absorb trample, because we're going to Sunfall otherwise, or lose anyway, I think there's really no point in not playing. I don't think there's any point in playing if we don't hit Sunfall. They could have this another Smuggler Surprise, which I wouldn't be surprised at, but let's take 5. Yeah, okay, let's kill one of these then. Let me just see how it goes. They could definitely Smuggler Surprise again. And I feel like the pause here indicates that that is coming. It's kind of a cool card. I've never seen anyone play this. It's very expensive. 5, 6, 7. They spent 8 to do that? I mean, they really ramped up early. Yeah, there it is. Do the thing. Mill 4. Get back more of these things. Everyone's, you know, indestructible or whatever. Down to 7. It's got to be Sunfall. And even still, I don't know if it's enough. It's not Sunfall. Oh, it could be Beanstalk into Sunfall, though. Do we have double whites? We do. All right. Beanstalk into Sunfall. Never didn't have it. It's the greatest comeback we've ever seen. It's not. It's definitely not. All right, that's game. We'll take one more draw for shits and gigs. It's not Sunfall. Whew. I give him the good game, though. That's a tough cookie. On the play, good against mono red, dead against control. Let's see. It's mono red. Let's go. Tapped it is. Yeah, but I think 1/1 removal is all you need. And then we want like the big boys. Do nothing. That's nice. Let's see if they foretell anything. Or plot, I guess. The new foretell. So we could get lost the nah, we just take the creatures. And we do it now for mana efficiency. Like we might want to slam the Overlord anyway. Up the Beanstalk. The Overlord makes the binding cheap, though. So we get Beanstalk and binding next turn. Let's see how much damage we take this turn. Alright, let's see it. It's a lot of mana. It's going to be a big turn. They touch all the stuff. Let's see it, mono red. It's a hasty boy. Only 1 mana open, though. It'll be some damage. Oh, map token. Oh, let's go. And they can't even use the target because they already played their land for turn. Alright, yeah, that's not bad at all. Fan-freaking-tastic. More land for us. We go Beanstalk here. Hold open white for sure. Okay. And we hold open binding and get lost. I guess we could binding it now, but we'd rather go for the blowout. Let's just be careful with the resolution of the Leyline of Residence. I feel like I haven't been thinking through that enough lately. Okay, they can target that. Alright, we only have 1 mana left. This is fine. It's already on the stack. Can't use that this turn, so it's not a big deal. They go again. That's honestly fine. There's a land, they can't do that either. Okay, I guess get lost is just fine here. Do it now, it's fine. I guess we wait. Okay. We'll bind and take the draw here. Calix, that's scary. I mean, if that gets through, it's probably game. Nice, removal's good. Okay. Let's see it. Flipping the Overlord soon as well. 5th land. Scamp. Sure. Map token. It's a 2/2. Ideally, it doesn't come at 3/3, and somehow they can sack it and pick off Calix. Scamp goes to the bin. So we want them to resolve this first ley line first and target, and then in response we attempt to destroy it. And they might put 2 damage somewhere. They might pump it again, and then pick off Calix. Nope, they don't. But if we attack with Calix and copy the binding, we take the ley line. Or we just copy the Overlord, I guess. That's probably what we do instead. Alright, I think we just copy the Overlord. Okay, that's probably enough to win, right? Technically, they could slick shot and go crazy. Like, there is an argument to be made to take the ley line, just to eliminate any risk. Maybe that would have been the better move. Scoop. Win anyway. I think if I could go back, you take the ley line, and just try to eliminate any risk of them pulling off some crazy combo the last turn. On the play with some removal, not too many surveil lands, I think this is just fine. Alright, surveil to begin. Binding is good. It's good. It's not that cheap though, right? We're only gonna have 2 lands for a while. I don't think it really fills out our curve for a while. We want to Overlord on 4. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that on 3. Swift Spear. Okay. Get Lost it is. Ooh, Calix. That's always interesting. Let's see if they want to pump. I'll take one. Sure. What else you got? Okay. Yeah, we'll get rid of this now, because we're going to Calix here, I think, and then Overlord attack copy if they get too frisky with it. I don't know. Alright. You refuse to run interaction. Let's see how this goes for you. Yeah, read that card. You better think about this. You better win this turn is all I have to say. Scamp. Alright, you're not winning this turn. Okay. So zap the 1/1, get him for the attack, copy it. Which isn't honestly as devastating as it sounds. 1 damage to the face. Attack. Copy it. Take action. Automatically picks it for us. Sure, on yourself is fine. Maybe on the 6/6 is better. Just have a bigger blocker versus whatever's about to happen. We'll see if they can beat us. They got 4 lands. They got 2 select shots, 3 cards in hand. They might just beat us here. After all that fanfare. Map token, that's good. That's good. Land on top. That's a waste of mana. Alright, here we go. It's 9 damage. It's a lot. 16 damage. They fucking win. This fucking piece of crap game. Okay. Alright. Alright. Nope, I get it. That's cool. That's cool. On the draw with lots of goodies, we keep this. We got removal and Calix, and a lot of slow lands. 1 slow land. Cool. More land would be good. Pseudo land. We're up against Domain, so we're not gonna have a get lost target for a while. So we could do this on 2 and basically guarantee the land drop. I think that's fine. Unless we have to kill the beanstalk. Then maybe we'll be a little bit savvy to this. Swamp. Do nothing. Alright. So we got our herd migration ready. We can go get... really anything's fine. We already have... We could get double white for the Wanderer, technically. Because we're going to Cavern for the Overlord. So I think double white is the most sensible thing. Double white anyway. I mean, we could slam Calix into the removal spell. Probably not ideal. I mean, they could be like Reanimator, but they probably have removal, right? I think we waste their turn if we just do this instead. Oh, they got a little Get Lost here? Maybe? Yeah, okay. That's fine. Archangel Elspeth. +1. Make a 1/1 token. Not super impressive. So we want to Get Lost you, and I guess slam Calix as well. Okay. Zap you. The old 4-mana 1/1. This is why this is the worst, most played Planeswalker. App token away. Let's see if they can kill Calix or not. We have no way to get there, right? We could land Wanderer, bounce. Oh no, we just Overlord here. Oh, this is great. I mean, we'll see if it resolves or not. Avatar. Okay. Zap you. Go here. We're not going to herd migrate, so we can map token here as well. Land. I don't see any stick. I think we're copying the Overlord. Binding is good. It'll have a target eventually. Okay. Take action. Copy the Overlord. Do the thing. I guess they want to kill the Calix more. Big turn for us. Big moves. Destroy all tapped creatures. Calix dead. Definitely put in work though. Destroy all untapped creatures. All of the creatures tapped and untapped have been effectively destroyed. How good is the Wandering Emperor here? We could just slam Hauntwoods and hold Binding. I feel like it's better once we already have a creature to bounce. I think play you for 5? Hold Binding? Yeah, we'll keep that. Alright. Let's see what their next move is. So we could attack and then, what's this? Whenever you gain life to lose that much life, when it dies, creature enters the battlefield instead of scroll. Seems like a binding to me. Yeah, might as well. Calix. Also very good. But I think we attack and then wander, and gives us some insurance against Sunfall. Down to 4. So if we plus here, I think it's not really necessary. I think you just 0. Make another threat. Play a little bit around Sunfall. Scoop. Alright, nice. Good game. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider dropping a like, leaving a comment, subscribing. All that stuff really helps drive the channel forward. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.